God's love, the ultimate source of comfort. My child, I see you. I see the burdens you carry, the silent tears you shed when no one is watching. I know the battles that rage in your heart, the wounds that still ache, the questions that have no answers. You feel alone, abandoned, like no one truly understands the depth of your pain. But I am here. I've always been here. And today, I want you to listen to me. Stay until the end, for what I have to tell you will change your life. My love is deeper than the ocean, stronger than the storms you face, and more constant than the rising sun. I am your God, your Father, and I will never let you go. I know there have been moments when you have cried out, God, where are you? In the midnight hour, when fear wraps itself around your heart, when despair whispers lies into your mind, you have wondered if I am still near. But my beloved, I was there when you wept. I was there when your heart broke. I was holding you when you thought no one cared. Do you not know? Have you not heard? I am the everlasting God. I do not grow weary, nor do I abandon my own. Isaiah 40 verse 28. I was there with Joseph when he was thrown into the pit by his own brothers. He felt betrayed, forsaken. But even in that darkness, my plan was at work. I turned his pain into purpose, his suffering into salvation. What others meant for evil, I turned for good. Genesis 50 verse 20. And I will do the same for you. The pain you are enduring now will not destroy you. It will not define you. It will be the testimony that brings my glory into your life. I was there with Daniel in the lion's den. The world thought he was finished, that the mouths of the lions would devour him. But I shut their mouths. I was his shield, his protector. Daniel 6 verse 22. And I am the same God today. When enemies rise against you, when fear roars like a hungry beast, remember this. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54 verse 17. I am your defender. My child, do you remember the woman caught in adultery? The crowd was ready to stone her, to shame her, to destroy her. But I, the Lord, stood before her and silenced the voices of accusation. I did not condemn her. I gave her mercy, grace, and a new beginning. John 8 verses 10 to 11. And that is what I offer you today. No matter your past, no matter the mistakes you have made, my love is greater. My mercy is new every morning. Lamentations 3 verses 22 to 23. Come to me, and I will wash you clean. I was there with Peter when he denied me 3 times. He was ashamed, broken, sure that he had failed beyond redemption. But I did not cast him away. I restored him, strengthened him, and made him a rock upon which I built my church. John 21 verses 15 to 17. And if I could restore Peter, I can restore you. Your failures do not define you. My love does. My beloved, you are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are mine. Before you were formed in your mother's womb, I knew you. Jeremiah 1 verse 5. I knit you together with my own hands. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Psalm 139 verses 13 to 14. You are precious to me. I gave my only son so that you could live. John 3 verse 16. That is how much I love you. I know you feel tired. I know the road has been long, but do not give up. Those who wait upon me shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not grow weary. They shall walk and not faint. Isaiah 40 verse 31. You may feel weak now, but my strength is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. Hold on to me. I am your refuge, your fortress, your strong tower. Proverbs 18 verse 10. Do not be afraid of the future. Do not let anxiety consume your heart. I have plans for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. You are not walking into darkness. You are walking into my promises. My love is not like the love of this world. People may fail you. They may abandon you, betray you, or forget you. But I will never leave you nor forsake you. Hebrews 13 verse 5. I am with you always, even to the end of the age. Matthew 28 verse 20. Can you hear my voice calling you? I am knocking at the door of your heart. Revelation 3 verse 20. Will you let me in? Will you trust me? Will you believe that my love is enough for you? Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11 verse 28. Lay your burdens at my feet. Let me carry what you were never meant to carry. Let me heal what no human can heal. Let me restore what was lost. My child, I am not just the God of the past. I am the God of your present and your future. The storms will come, the winds will blow, but if you build your life on me, the solid rock, you will never be shaken. Matthew 7 verses 24 to 25. Lift up your eyes. Your help comes from me, the maker of heaven and earth. Psalm 121 verses 1 to 2. I will not let you fall. I will not let the darkness consume you. The night may be long, but joy comes in the morning. Psalm 30 verse 5. I love you. With an everlasting love, I have drawn you to myself. Jeremiah 31 verse 3. You are mine, and nothing, no trial, no fear, no sin can separate you from my love. Romans 8 verses 38 to 39. Take my hand, walk with me, and watch as I turn your mourning into dancing, your ashes into beauty, your pain into purpose. Isaiah 61 verse 3. I am your God. I am your Father, and I will never stop loving you. My child, do not let the lies of the enemy take root in your heart. He whispers that you are unworthy, that you are too broken to be loved, that your past defines your future. But I, the Lord your God, declare the truth over you. You are my beloved. You are redeemed. You are made new. 2 Corinthians 5 verse 17. The enemy may try to remind you of your failures, but I remind you of my grace. My mercy is greater than your sin. My love is stronger than your shame. There is nothing you have done that my blood cannot wash away. Isaiah 1 verse 18. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. When you pass through the waters, they will not overwhelm you. For I am the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, your Savior. Isaiah 43 verses 2 to 3. You are not walking through this life alone. I am right here beside you. Every step, every tear, every struggle, I am with you. Do you not remember my servant David? He was just a shepherd boy, overlooked and underestimated. But I saw his heart. While the world judged by appearance, I saw the faith within him. 1 Samuel 16 verse 7. He faced giants, ran for his life, made mistakes, fell into sin, but I never abandoned him. Even when he was at his lowest, when he cried out from the depths of despair, I lifted him up and restored him. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want, he declared. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Psalm 23 verses 1 and 4. My child, I am your shepherd too. I will never let you go. I see the weight on your heart, the prayers you have prayed for so long, wondering if I hear. I do. Every word, every sigh, every cry, I hear you. Even when it feels like heaven is silent, I am working on your behalf. Delay is not denial. My timing is perfect. What you see as a closed door is often my protection. What you see as a delay is often my preparation. Trust me, you may feel weak, but I am your strength. You may feel empty, but I am your provider. You may feel broken, but I am your healer. I sent my son, Jesus, to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim freedom to the captives, to open the prison doors for those who are bound. Isaiah 61 verse 1. That same power is working in your life right now. Do you remember the prodigal son? He took his inheritance and ran far away, wasting all he had. He thought he had gone too far, that he could never come home again. But the moment he turned back, his father ran to him with open arms. Luke 15 verse 20. My beloved, I am that father. No matter how far you have strayed, my arms are always open. Return to me. There is no shame, no condemnation, only love. Lift up your head. Wipe your tears. You are not forgotten. I know every hair on your head. Luke 12 verse 7. I hold your name in the palm of my hand. Isaiah 49 verse 16. You are my child, and I delight in you. Zephaniah 3 verse 17. I have seen your pain, the nights you couldn't sleep, the days you felt like giving up. But I am the God who turns mourning into joy, sorrow into dancing. Psalm 30 verse 11. The season you are in now is not the end of your story. Hold on. The breakthrough is coming. The blessing is coming. No weapon formed against you will prosper. Every tongue that rises against you I will silence. Isaiah 54 verse 17. The battles you face are not yours alone. I fight for you. Be still and know that I am God. Exodus 14 verse 14. Psalm 46 verse 10. You may have been betrayed, but I am your faithful friend. You may have been abandoned, but I am your everlasting Father. You may have been wounded, but I am your healer. This world will fail you, but my love never fails. 1 Corinthians 13 verse 8. The grass withers, the flowers fade, but my word stands forever. Isaiah 40 verse 8. Trust in my promises. My child, I am coming soon. The pain of this world will pass away. Every tear will be wiped from your eyes, and there will be no more death, no more mourning, no more pain. Revelation 21 verse 4. Until that day, walk with me. Seek me with all your heart, and you will find me. Jeremiah 29 verse 13. I am your God, and you are mine. I love you, always. My beloved child, hear me. My love for you is eternal. It is not based on what you have done or what you have failed to do. It does not waver like the shifting shadows, nor does it fade like the seasons of this world. My love is constant, steadfast, and unshakable. Before the foundations of the earth were laid, I knew you. I chose you. I called you by name. Ephesians 1 verses 4 to 5. You are not an accident. You are not forgotten. You are mine. There are times when you feel overwhelmed, when the weight of this world presses upon you, and you wonder if you can go on. But my child, I have placed my spirit within you. The same power that raised Jesus from the dead lives in you. Romans 8 verse 11. You are not weak. You are strong in me. You are not defeated. You are victorious in me. Do you remember my servant Elijah? He stood boldly before kings, calling down fire from heaven, displaying my power for all to see. But even he had a moment of weakness, when fear gripped his heart, when he ran into the wilderness and cried out, Lord, take my life. I did not condemn him. I did not turn away. I sent an angel to strengthen him, to feed him, to remind him that he was not alone. 1 Kings 19 verses 4 to 8. My child, I am doing the same for you. In your weakness, I will be your strength. In your despair, I will be your hope. In your darkest moment, I will shine my light. You may feel surrounded by trouble, but I am your refuge. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run to it and are safe. Proverbs 18 verse 10. No storm can destroy you when you are held in my hands. No trial can overcome you when you take shelter under my wings. Psalm 91 verse 4. Do you remember how I parted the Red Sea for my people? They were trapped. Behind them, an army of destruction. Before them, an impassable sea. But I made a way where there was no way. I split the waters and led them through on dry ground. Exodus 14 verses 21 to 22. And I am the same God today. What seems impossible to you is nothing for me. What feels like the end is only the beginning of my miracle. Trust in me. I am working all things together for your good. Romans 8 verse 28. Even the pain, even the heartbreak, even the unanswered prayers, nothing is wasted in my hands. My beloved, I know you have been disappointed. People have failed you. Friends have walked away. Doors you prayed to open have remained shut. But I need you to trust me. When you don't understand, when you can't see the way forward, know this. My ways are higher than your ways. My thoughts are higher than your thoughts. Isaiah 55 verses 8 to 9. I see the full picture. You only see a part. Wait on me. Those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not grow weary. They shall walk and not faint. Isaiah 40 verse 31. I am preparing something greater than you can imagine. Do not be afraid of the days ahead. I have already gone before you. I have already made the crooked path straight. Isaiah 45 verse 2. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Deuteronomy 31 verse 8. And when you stumble, when you fall, when you feel unworthy to come before me, remember this. My grace is sufficient for you. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. My mercies are new every morning. Lamentations 3 verses 22 to 23. Nothing can separate you from my love. Not sin, not failure, not even death itself. Romans 8 verses 38 to 39. Come to me, my child. Lay your burdens down. Let me carry them. Let me heal you. Let me restore you. I am the good shepherd who leaves the 99 to find the one lost sheep. Luke 15 verses 4 to 6. And today, I am calling you back into my arms. Your story is not over. Your best days are not behind you. Your greatest victories are still ahead. Stay close to me. Abide in my love. And watch as I turn your sorrow into joy, your ashes into beauty, your pain into purpose. I am your Father. I am your Savior. I am your Comforter. And I will never stop loving you. My child, listen to my voice. The world may try to drown it out with fear, doubt, and distractions, but I am speaking to your heart even now. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46 verse 10. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. Hebrews 13 verse 8. I have never failed you, and I never will. I see the burdens you carry, the silent battles you fight. I know the weight of your worries, the thoughts that keep you awake at night. You wonder if things will ever change, if the pain will ever end. But my beloved, hear me. I am the God who heals. Exodus 15 verse 26. I am the God who restores. I am the God who makes all things new. Revelation 21 verse 5. You may feel unworthy, but I call you chosen. 1 Peter 2 verse 9. You may feel broken, but I call you whole. You may feel lost, but I call you mine. Isaiah 43 verse 1. Nothing about you is hidden from me. I know your past. I know your struggles. And yet I love you with an everlasting love. Jeremiah 31 verse 3. There is nothing you could do to make me love you less, and there is nothing you must do to make me love you more. My love for you is perfect, complete, and unconditional. Do you remember the woman who touched the hem of my garment? She had suffered for 12 long years, seeking healing from every source but finding none. She was weary, weak, and desperate. But in one moment of faith, she reached out to me, and power flowed from my body to hers. She was healed, restored, made whole. Luke 8 verses 43 to 48. My child, if you would only reach out to me, I will do the same for you. Your healing is in my hands. Your breakthrough is in my presence. I am the God who calms storms. When my disciples were afraid, when the waves crashed and the wind roared, I stood up and spoke, "Peace, be still." Mark 4 verse 39. And the storm obeyed. The same voice that commanded the sea to be still is speaking into your life today. Peace, my child. Be still. Do not be afraid. I am in the boat with you. You will not sink. I know how tired you are. Life has drained you, and you feel like you have nothing left to give. But I am your strength. I am your refuge. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11 verse 28. Let go of your worries. Let go of your fears. Rest in my love. I have seen the tears you've cried when no one else was watching. I have heard the prayers you whispered in the darkness. Not a single tear has been wasted. Not a single prayer has gone unheard. I am bottling your tears. Psalm 56 verse 8. I am working in ways you cannot see. You are not alone in this battle. Do you remember my servant Moses? When the Israelites fought against their enemies, Moses stood on the mountain with his arms lifted high. As long as his hands were raised, the battle was won. But when he grew weary, others came to hold his arms up. Exodus 17 verses 11 to 12. My child, you do not have to fight alone. I am lifting you up. I am surrounding you with my presence. I am sending help in ways you do not expect. Do not give up. The enemy wants to make you believe that it is over, that you are too weak, too far gone, too broken. But I tell you, you are more than a conqueror through my love. Romans 8 verse 37. You are not fighting for victory. You are fighting from victory because I have already won. The cross was not the end of the story. When my son was crucified, the world thought it was finished. But 3 days later, the grave could not hold him. Death could not defeat him. He rose with all power in his hands. Matthew 28 verse 6. That same resurrection power is alive in you. The enemy thought he could destroy you, but he cannot stop what I have planned for you. No matter what comes against you, no matter how hard the road may seem, I am with you. I have gone before you to prepare the way. I have surrounded you with my angels. Psalm 91 verse 11. The weapons may form, but they will not prosper. Isaiah 54 verse 17. The enemy may attack, but he will not prevail. You are under my protection. Do not be afraid of the future. Do not let worry steal your joy. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. Revelation 22 verse 13. I know what is ahead, and I am leading you step by step. Trust in me with all your heart. and do not lean on your own understanding. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6. When you cannot see the full picture, trust the one who created it. My child, I am preparing something greater than you can imagine. What you have lost, I will restore. What has been broken, I will rebuild. I will make a way where there seems to be no way. Isaiah 43 verse 19. I will open doors that no man can shut. Revelation 3 verse 8. The waiting is not in vain. The pain is not for nothing. I am turning it into a testimony. I am calling you deeper. Do not settle for a life of fear and doubt. Step into my presence. Walk in faith. Let me fill you with my spirit. Let me transform you from the inside out. You are mine. I have called you. I have chosen you, and I will never leave you. I love you with a love that will never fail. I am with you, now and forever. My beloved child, do not turn away from my voice. The world will try to drown it out with noise, distractions, and lies. The enemy will whisper that you are forgotten, that your prayers are in vain, that your faith is weak. But hear me now. I am with you. I have never left your side. Even in the moments when you could not feel my presence, I was holding you, guiding you, carrying you. I see your struggle. I see the battles you fight in silence, the burdens that weigh heavy on your heart. You feel like no one understands, but I do. I know the pain that grips your soul, the nights when sleep will not come, the days when you wonder if you can go on. I see it all, and I am here, right beside you. Do you remember my servant Job? He lost everything, his home, his children, his health. He sat in the dust, broken and in despair. He could not understand why he was suffering, why his world had fallen apart. Yet through it all, he never turned away from me. And in the end, I restored him. I gave him back more than he had lost. His suffering was not the end of his story. Job 42 verse 10. And my child, your suffering is not the end of yours. You may feel like you are in a season of loss, of pain, of waiting. But I'm working in the waiting. I am strengthening you in the struggle. I'm refining you in the fire. When gold is purified, it is placed in intense heat so that all impurities are burned away. The process is painful, but it reveals something beautiful. My child, I am refining you. I am making you into something greater than you can see right now. I know you have questions. I know you wonder why certain things happened, why some prayers seemed unanswered, why the pain was allowed. My thoughts are higher than your thoughts. My ways are beyond your understanding. Isaiah 55 verses 8 to 9. But one day you will see. One day you will understand. Until then, trust me. When you are weak, lean on me. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. When you are afraid, call on me. I will be your refuge and strength, your ever-present help in trouble. Psalm 46 verse 1. When you feel alone, know this. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Deuteronomy 31 verse 8. I am the same God who walked with Daniel in the lion's den. Daniel 6 verse 22. Who stood with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fiery furnace. Daniel 3 verse 25. I am the God who provided for Elijah in the wilderness. 1 Kings 17 verse 6. Who gave strength to Samson in his weakest moment. Judges 16 verse 28. I am the God who opened barren wombs, who calmed raging storms, who raised the dead to life. And I have not changed. The miracle you are waiting for, it is in my hands. The breakthrough you are seeking, it is coming. But I'm not just the God of miracles. I am the God of process, of preparation, of perfect timing. What I have planned for you is greater than what you have asked for. And when it comes, you will see that every tear, every trial, every delay was not wasted. My child, do not stop believing. Do not let the enemy steal your hope. Hold on to my promises. My word will not return to me empty, but it will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I sent it. Isaiah 55 verse 11. I am writing a story with your life, and it is not over yet. The pages you cannot yet see are filled with hope, with redemption, with my glory. The ending is already written, and it is a victory. You will overcome. You will rise. You will see my goodness in the land of the living. Psalm 27 verse 13. Wipe your tears, my beloved. Stand firm in faith. The dawn is coming. The storm will pass. The chains will break. The grave will open. And you will see that I am the God who never fails. I love you, now and forever. My child, let these words sink deep into your heart. My love for you is not just a feeling. It is a force, a shield, a fire that cannot be quenched. It is the love that created the heavens and the earth. It is the love that shaped you in your mother's womb, that called you by name before time began. Jeremiah 1 verse 5. It is the love that sent my son to the cross so that you could live, so that nothing, no sin, no shame, no power of darkness could separate you from me. Romans 8 verses 38 to 39. Do you understand, my child? There is nothing you have done that can push me away. There is no mistake so great that my grace cannot cover it. There is no wound so deep that my hands cannot heal it. You are not too broken for me. You are not too far gone. If you turn to me, I will run to you. If you cry out to me, I will answer. If you seek me with all your heart, you will find me. Jeremiah 29 verse 13. Come closer, my beloved. Let me remind you of who you are. You are not defeated. You are more than a conqueror through my love. Romans 8 verse 37. You are not abandoned. I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. Isaiah 49 verse 16. You are not forgotten. I have counted the very hairs on your head. Luke 12 verse 7. You are my child, my treasure, my chosen one. Do not let the lies of the enemy take root in your mind. He tells you that you are worthless. I tell you that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Psalm 139 verse 14. He tells you that you are weak. I tell you that my strength is made perfect in your weakness. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. He tells you that you will never be free. I tell you that whom the Son sets free is free indeed. John 8 verse 36. Stand in my truth, my child. Cling to my word. It is a lamp to your feet, a light to your path. Psalm 119 verse 105. When the storms of life rage, my word will anchor you. When trials come, my promises will sustain you. I have given you everything you need to stand firm. Put on my armor, the belt of truth, the breastplate of righteousness, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, the sword of the Spirit. Ephesians 6 verses 10 to 18. The battle is not yours to fight alone. I am with you. I go before you. I will strengthen you and uphold you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah 41 verse 10. And when you feel weary, when you feel like you cannot take another step, let me carry you. Do you remember the footprints in the sand? There was a time when you walked beside me, but in the hardest moments when you could not walk, I carried you. My child, I am carrying you now. You may not see it, but every step, every breath is by my strength. Do not be afraid of the future. I hold your future in my hands. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. The enemy wants you to fear what is ahead, but I have already prepared the way. I have gone before you, making crooked paths straight. Isaiah 45 verse 2. I am your provider. I will supply all your needs according to my riches and glory. Philippians 4 verse 19. Trust me, even when it does not make sense. Trust me, even when the answer does not come right away. Trust me, even when the road is hard. Trust me, my timing is perfect. My ways are higher. My love never fails. My child, your story is still being written. The chapter you are in now may be filled with trials, but the ending is filled with victory. Keep walking. Keep believing. Keep holding on to my hand. One day, you will look back and see how every tear, every trial, every moment of waiting was shaping you, preparing you for something greater than you could have imagined. And when that day comes, when you see the fullness of my plan, you will fall to your knees and say, God was faithful. He never left me. He never failed me. I am with you, now and forever. I will never stop loving you. My beloved child, do not let these words fade from your heart. Let them take root deep within you. For my love is your foundation, your shelter, your unshakable truth. When the world shifts, when people change, when storms rage, my love remains constant. It is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Hebrews 13 verse 8. I have walked with you through every valley. I have been with you in the darkest nights, when your heart was heavy with sorrow, when the weight of the world seemed unbearable. I saw the moments when you wanted to give up, when you thought no one cared, when you felt alone. But my child, you were never alone. Every tear you cried, I caught in my hands. Every sigh of pain, I heard. Every silent prayer, I answered, even when you did not see it. Do you remember my servant Joseph? His own brothers betrayed him. He was sold into slavery, falsely accused, thrown into prison. He must have wondered if I had forgotten him, if his dreams were only illusions. But I had not forgotten. Every step of his journey was leading to something greater. What others meant for evil, I turned for good. Genesis 50 verse 20. And in the end, he stood in a place of honor, a place of purpose, a place he never could have reached without the trials he endured. My child, I am doing the same in your life. What the enemy meant for harm, I will turn for your good. The pain you have endured will not be wasted. The delays, the disappointments, the heartbreaks, each one is being woven into a greater story, a testimony that will reveal my faithfulness. You may not understand now, but trust me. Just as the seed must be buried before it can grow, just as the night must pass before the morning comes, so too must you endure this season before the promise is fulfilled. Hold on. Do not give up. Your morning is coming. Do you remember my servant David? He was anointed as king, yet for years he ran for his life, hiding in caves, fleeing from Saul's pursuit. He must have wondered when my promise would come to pass. But I was preparing him in the wilderness. I was strengthening his faith, sharpening his character, teaching him to depend on me alone. And when the time was right, I fulfilled my word. He became the king I had chosen him to be. 1 Samuel 16 verses 1 to 13, 2 Samuel 5 verse 4. My child, I have called you. I have chosen you. But before the promise, there is preparation. Before the breakthrough, there is a battle. Before the blessing, there is a refining. Do not resist the process. Do not lose faith in the waiting. What I have spoken over your life will come to pass. No delay can stop it. No enemy can steal it. My word will not return void. Isaiah 55 verse 11. I know you grow weary. I know the waiting is hard, but my strength is in you. My spirit is upon you. You do not have to fight this battle alone. Lift your eyes to me. Let me renew your strength. Those who wait upon me will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. Isaiah 40 verse 31. My love is your anchor. It will hold you firm through every storm. Even when you stumble, even when you fall, my love will lift you up. I do not love you because you are perfect. I love you because you are mine. My grace is greater than your failures. My mercy is new every morning. Lamentations 3 verses 22 to 23. Do not dwell on past mistakes. Do not let guilt weigh you down. I have forgiven you. I have washed you clean. The past is gone. The future is bright. Walk forward in my grace. You are not a victim. You are victorious. You are not defeated. You are an overcomer. You are not forgotten. You are engraved on my hands. My child, rise up. Step forward. Walk in the authority I have given you. There is more ahead. There is joy beyond the sorrow, healing beyond the pain, restoration beyond the loss. I am the God of resurrection. Just as I raised Lazarus from the dead, John 11 verses 43 to 44. Just as I breathed life into dry bones, Ezekiel 37 verses 5 to 6. I am breathing new life into you. The dreams you thought were dead, the hopes you buried in disappointment, I am restoring them. I am making all things new. Revelation 21 verse 5. Hold on to my promises. Keep your eyes on me. The journey may not be easy, but you are not alone. I walk with you. I go before you. I surround you. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54 verse 17. No trial will break you. No storm will destroy you. No enemy will prevail against you. And one day, my child, you will look back and see how my hand guided you through it all. You will see how every trial was a step towards something greater. You will see how my love never failed, how my grace sustained you, how my promises were true all along. Until that day, keep walking in faith. Keep believing. Keep trusting. I am with you, now and forever. I love you with an everlasting love. You are mine and nothing can ever change that. My beloved child, do not let go of my promises. My love for you is deeper than the ocean, stronger than any force in this world, and more enduring than time itself. When you feel lost, when the road ahead seems uncertain, when fear tries to grip your heart, remember who I am. I am your Father, your Creator, your Redeemer. I hold your future in my hands, and I will never fail you. I know the burdens you carry. I see the silent struggles, the pain that no one else sees. You wear a smile, but I see the tears that fall in the quiet moments. You feel like no one understands, but I do. I understand the ache of rejection, the weight of betrayal, the sting of loss. I walked this earth in the form of my Son, Jesus. I felt hunger. I felt pain. I wept. John 11 verse 35. I was abandoned, beaten, nailed to a cross, but I endured it all because of my love for you. You ask, where are you, God? My child, I am right here. I have never left. Even in your darkest moments, I was there. Even when you could not feel me, I was holding you. I am the God who walks through the fire with you, just as I walked with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the furnace. Daniel 3 verse 25. The flames will not consume you. The trials will not destroy you. I am refining you, strengthening you, making you into something greater. Do not fear what is ahead. The enemy wants you to believe that your best days are behind you, that you have missed your chance, that it is too late. But I am the God of restoration. I will restore what was lost. I will redeem what was broken. I will bring beauty from the ashes. Isaiah 61 verse 3. Your story is not over. I am still writing it, and the next chapter will be filled with my glory. You may feel weak, but my strength is made perfect in your weakness. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. You may feel surrounded by troubles, but I am your refuge and strength, an ever-present help in times of trouble. Psalm 46 verse 1. You may feel like the battle is too great, but the battle is not yours. It is mine. 2 Chronicles 20 verse 15. I am fighting for you. Every tear you have cried, I have seen. Every prayer you have whispered, I have heard. Every time you felt alone, I was right there beside you. Do not believe the lie that I have abandoned you. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Deuteronomy 31 verse 8. My child, lift your head, wipe your tears. Stand in the victory I have already given you. The enemy wants to keep you bound in fear, in shame, in doubt, but I have set you free. Whom the Son sets free is free indeed. John 8 verse 36. Walk in that freedom. Do not let the past define you. Do not let guilt chain you. You are forgiven. You are redeemed. You are mine. The road ahead may not always be easy, but you will never walk it alone. I am the lamp to your feet and the light to your path. Psalm 119 verse 105. I will guide you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah 41 verse 10. When you grow weary, I will carry you. When you feel like you cannot take another step, I will give you strength. Do not be afraid of the unknown. Do not fear tomorrow. I have already gone before you. I have prepared the way. Every blessing, every breakthrough, every promise I have spoken over your life, it will come to pass in my perfect time. Hold on, my child. Keep trusting. Keep believing. Keep walking by faith. You will see my goodness. You will see my power. You will see that I am faithful to the end. And on that day, when you stand before me, when every tear is wiped away, when every pain is forgotten, when you see my glory in its fullness, you will know that it was all worth it. You will know that I was with you every step of the way. Until then, stay close to me. Keep your eyes on me. Let my love be your strength, your comfort, your unshakable foundation. I am with you, now and forever. You are my beloved. You are my treasure. You are never alone. I love you with an everlasting love. My precious child, hold these words in your heart. Let them be the light that guides you through every dark valley, the anchor that keeps you steady when the storms rage. My love is not distant. It is near. It is not temporary. It is eternal. It is not fragile. It is unbreakable. I have called you by name. Before the foundations of the world, I knew you. Ephesians 1 verse 4. I formed you in your mother's womb with care, knitting together every part of you with purpose. Psalm 139 verses 13 to 14. You are not an accident. You are not forgotten. You are my masterpiece, created in Christ Jesus for good works that I have prepared for you. Ephesians 2 verse 10. I know the thoughts that fill your mind, the doubts that whisper, the fears that try to take hold. You wonder if you are truly loved, if you are truly chosen, if you are truly worthy. My child, hear me now. I have loved you with an everlasting love. I have drawn you with unfailing kindness. Jeremiah 31 verse 3. My love does not waver when you struggle. It does not diminish when you fail. It does not fade when you are weak. My love remains strong and unshakable, carrying you through every season. When you walk through deep waters, I am with you. When you pass through rivers of difficulty, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned, for I am the Lord your God, your Savior. Isaiah 43 verses 2-3. I see your pain, my child. I see the battles you fight in silence, the weight you carry in your heart. You do not have to carry it alone. Lay it at my feet. Cast all your burdens upon me, for I care for you. 1 Peter 5 verse 7. I am your refuge, your hiding place, your shelter in the storm. Psalm 91 verses 1-2. Do not be afraid to come to me, to pour out your heart before me. I am your safe place, your ever-present help in trouble. Psalm 46 verse 1. I know that sometimes you feel weary, that your strength is running low. You wonder if you can keep going, if you can endure one more day. My beloved, lean on me. Those who wait upon me will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. Isaiah 40 verse 31. My grace is sufficient for you, and my power is made perfect in your weakness. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. You do not have to be strong on your own. I will be your strength. Do not listen to the voice of the enemy. He tells you that you are alone, but I am with you. He tells you that you are too broken, but I am the God who restores. He tells you that you are unworthy, but I have called you my child. Nothing in all creation can separate you from my love. No hardship, no mistake, no sin, no power of darkness. My love is greater than them all. Romans 8 verses 38-39. I'm calling you deeper. I want you to know me, not just in moments of need, but in every breath, in every step, in every heartbeat. Walk with me. Abide in me, and I will abide in you. John 15 verse 4. Seek me with all your heart, and you will find me. Jeremiah 29 verse 13. My promises are sure. I am not a man that I should lie, nor the son of man that I should change my mind. Numbers 23:19. What I have spoken over your life will come to pass. Every delay is for a purpose. Every waiting season is preparing you for what is to come. Trust me, I am working all things together for your good. Romans 8 verse 28. There will be days when you feel overwhelmed. Days when the pain is too much, when the burdens feel too heavy. In those moments, remember this: I am holding you. I am carrying you. Even when you cannot see the way ahead, I am leading you. Even when you do not understand, I am working behind the scenes. You are never alone. And one day, my child, you will see it all clearly. You will stand before me, face to face, and every tear will be wiped away. Revelation 21 verse 4. Every sorrow will be turned to joy. Every wound will be healed. And you will know beyond all doubt that I was with you in every moment, in every trial, in every step of the journey. Until that day, hold on to my love. Walk in faith. Trust in my promises. I am with you always, to the very end of the age. Matthew 28 verse 20. You are mine forever and always. Nothing can change that. I love you, my precious child. Keep your heart fixed on me, and I will never let you go. My beloved child, do not let your heart be troubled. Trust in me with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6. I know the road has been long, the battles have been fierce, and the weight of life has pressed upon you. But listen to me, this is not the end of your story. I am the author and finisher of your faith, Hebrews 12 verse 2, and I am still writing the masterpiece of your life. I see the nights you have cried, the moments you felt forgotten. I have counted every tear, and not one has been wasted. They water the seeds of your future. What you thought was lost, I will restore. What you thought was over, I will resurrect. You serve the God of new beginnings, the God who makes all things new. Revelation 21 verse 5. Do you remember Job? He lost everything, his family, his health, his wealth. It seemed as though there was no way out, no hope left. But I was with him through it all. When the trial had passed, I restored double what was taken from him. Job 42 verse 10. My child, I am doing the same for you. What the enemy has stolen, I will repay. What the locusts have eaten, I will restore. Joel 2 verse 25. I need you to hold on, even when it hurts, even when the answers don't come right away, even when the world tells you to give up. My promises are true, and my word never fails. Every prophecy, every promise I have spoken over your life, it will come to pass. Heaven and earth may pass away, but my words will never pass away. Matthew 24 verse 35. Do not measure my love by your circumstances. Even in the storm, I love you. Even in the silence, I am working. Even in the delay, I am moving on your behalf. Trust that I am the God who parts the seas. Exodus 14 verse 21. The God who brings water from the rock. Exodus 17 verse 6. The God who multiplies the little into much. Matthew 14 verses 19 to 20. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. Hebrews 13 verse 8. My child, you are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are held in the palm of my hand, and no one can snatch you away. John 10 verse 28. You are engraved on my heart, written in my book, cherished beyond measure. Nothing you have done can make me love you less, and nothing you can do will make me love you more. My love is eternal, unchanging, relentless. I need you to see yourself as I see you, not through the lens of your failures, not through the opinions of others, but through my eyes. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Psalm 139 verse 14. You are called, chosen, and set apart for a purpose. The enemy will try to convince you otherwise. He will whisper lies of shame, doubt, and fear. But I have given you the power to trample over serpents and scorpions, and nothing shall harm you. Luke 10 verse 19. Rise up in faith. Put on the full armor I have given you. Ephesians 6 verses 10 to 18. Stand firm, knowing that I am fighting for you. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you shall be silenced. Isaiah 54 verse 17. You are more than a conqueror through my love. Romans 8 verse 37. I know you feel weary. I know the weight of this world can be overwhelming. But hear me, my child. You do not have to carry it alone. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11 verse 28. Lay it at my feet. Surrender it to me. I will trade your heaviness for joy, your mourning for dancing, your sorrow for peace. Psalm 30 verse 11. I am holding you now, just as I have always held you. I have carried you through every season, even when you did not realize it. I have walked beside you through every valley, and I will lead you into the promised land I have prepared for you. Do not lose hope. The breakthrough is coming. The promise is near. The miracle is unfolding. Keep pressing forward. Keep trusting me. Keep believing that my love will never fail you. And when you look back one day, you will see that I was with you all along, that every pain had a purpose, that every tear watered the garden of your destiny, that my love was the force that carried you through. Until then, stay close to me. Let my voice be louder than the doubts. Let my truth silence the lies. Let my presence be your greatest comfort. I am here. I am with you. I am for you. I love you, my precious child. And nothing, absolutely nothing, will ever change that. My beloved child, listen to my voice. Do not let the worries of this world drown out my truth. The enemy wants to fill your mind with fear, to convince you that you are alone, that your struggles will never end. But I am here, speaking to your heart, reminding you of who I am. I am the God who called the stars by name, Isaiah 40 verse 26. I am the one who set the sun in its place, who commands the seas where to stop, who formed the mountains with my hands. If I can hold the universe together, can I not also hold you? If I provide for the birds of the air and the flowers of the field, will I not also provide for you? Matthew 6 verses 26 to 30. You are worth more than many sparrows, my child. I know that the world is full of pain. I know the weight you carry in your heart, the grief that lingers, the battles that never seem to end. But listen to me, this suffering is not forever. The troubles of this present time are temporary, but the glory I am preparing for you is eternal. 2 Corinthians 4 verse 17. You may not understand it now, but one day you will see how I worked all things together for your good. Romans 8 verse 28. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible to me. When you cry in the silence, I hear you. When you feel weak and helpless, I am your strength. When you cannot take another step, I will carry you. Do you remember the woman who touched the hem of my son's garment? Luke 8 verses 43 to 48. She had suffered for 12 long years. No one could heal her. No one could help her. But she did not give up. She reached out in faith, and in an instant, my power healed her. My child, I want you to reach out in faith too. Believe that I can restore you, that I can heal your wounds, that I can make a way where there seems to be no way. I see the chains that try to hold you back. Chains of fear, of shame, of past mistakes. The enemy wants you to believe that you are too broken, too lost, too unworthy. But I sent my son to break every chain. The blood of Jesus has set you free. Galatians 5 verse 1. You do not have to live in bondage any longer. Walk in the freedom I have given you. Do not let your past define you. The enemy will try to remind you of your failures, but I have already washed them away. As far as the east is from the west, so far have I removed your sins from you. Psalm 103 verse 12. You are not who you used to be. You are a new creation in Christ. 2 Corinthians 5 verse 17. Rise up, my child. Step into the life I have called you to. I have given you a purpose, a destiny, a calling that no one can take from you. The enemy wants to keep you in fear, but I have given you a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. You are not weak. You are not defeated. You are victorious through me. When you pass through the deep waters, I will be with you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. Isaiah 43 verse 2. The trials you face will not destroy you. They will strengthen you. What the enemy meant for evil, I will turn for your good. Genesis 50 verse 20. The story of your life is not over. I am still writing it. The pages ahead are filled with hope, with restoration, with joy. Hold on to my promises. Stand firm in my truth. Do not give up now. The breakthrough is coming. The answers you have been praying for are on the way. My timing is perfect, and I will not fail you. One day, my child, you will stand before me, and all the pain, all the sorrow, all the trials will be forgotten in the light of my glory. Every tear will be wiped away. Every wound will be healed. And you will see that every moment, every struggle, every prayer led you to this moment, where you stand in my presence, whole, complete, and forever loved. Until then, keep your eyes on me. Keep your heart fixed on my love. Keep walking by faith, knowing that I am with you every step of the way. I love you, my precious child, and nothing will ever change that. My beloved child, listen to my voice and let these words sink deep into your soul. I have never left you, and I will never forsake you. Deuteronomy 31 verse 8. I have walked with you through every valley, carried you when you were too weak to stand, and shielded you when the storms of life raged against you. You may not always see my hand, but I have been there all along, guiding you, protecting you, and loving you with a love that never ends. I know the burdens that weigh heavy on your heart. I see the silent battles you fight, the disappointments you try to hide, the prayers you have whispered in the darkness. You have wondered if I hear you, if I see you, if I care. My child, let me remind you, I have collected every tear you have shed. Psalm 56 verse 8. I have heard every prayer, even the ones you thought were too weak to reach me. And I am answering, even when you do not yet see it. The enemy wants you to believe that your pain is pointless, that your struggles have no meaning. But I tell you, my child, nothing in your life is wasted. I am working all things together for your good. Romans 8 verse 28. The trials you are walking through are shaping you, refining you, preparing you for the glory that is to come. What seems like a season of breaking is really a season of building. Do you remember Joseph? He was betrayed by his own brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused, and thrown into prison. For years, he suffered, wondering if his dreams would ever come true. But through it all, I was with him, and when the time was right, I raised him up to a position of great honor, fulfilling every promise I had spoken over his life. Genesis 50 verse 20. My child, just as I was with Joseph, I am with you. Your season of hardship will not last forever. I am preparing you for something greater. I know there are days when you feel too weak to go on, days when the weight of life feels unbearable. But I am your strength. When you are weak, I am strong. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. When you feel like you cannot take another step, lean on me. I will carry you. I will renew your strength so that you will soar on wings like eagles. Run and not grow weary. Walk and not faint. Isaiah 40 verse 31. My love is not like human love. People may fail you. They may leave you, betray you, or misunderstand you. But I am not like them. My love is steadfast and faithful. It does not change with time. It does not grow weary or fade away. It is eternal, unshakable, and deeper than the ocean. Nothing in all creation can separate you from my love. Romans 8 verses 38 to 39. Do not be afraid, my child. Fear is a lie from the enemy, a weapon he uses to keep you from stepping into all I have for you. But I have not given you a spirit of fear. I have given you power, love, and a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. When fear tries to creep in, speak my word over it. Declare my promises. Stand firm in faith, knowing that I go before you and will fight for you. Exodus 14 verse 14. I know you have been waiting for answers, for breakthroughs, for open doors. The waiting is hard, I know, but do not lose heart. My timing is perfect. Delay is not denial. I am preparing the right opportunity, the right season, the right moment. And when it comes, you will see that it was worth the wait. Trust in me. I will never fail you. Lamentations 3 verse 25. Look at the sky, my child. I painted it for you. Look at the stars. I scattered them across the heavens as a reminder of my greatness. If I can hold the universe together, I can hold your life together too. I know what you need before you even ask. Matthew 6 verse 8. I am your provider, your healer, your refuge, and your fortress. Psalm 91 verse 2. Whatever you need, I am. Come to me, my beloved. Do not run from my presence. Do not hide in shame or fear. My arms are open wide, ready to embrace you. I long to fill you with my peace, to give you joy that overflows, to show you the depth of my love. No matter where you are, no matter what you have done, you are mine. I have called you by name, and you belong to me. Isaiah 43 verse 1. I will never let you go. Hold on to me, and I will lead you into the fullness of life I have prepared for you. And when the road gets tough, when the night feels endless, when the weight of life presses in, remember this: you are not alone. I am here. I am with you. I am for you. And I will never stop loving you. Hold on, my child. The best is yet to come.